Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Yeah. Oh, shoot. Got to do 100 things at once. All right, there we go. Yeah, let's get that again. Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Had to get hype on you knockers. They should have never gave us money. No, I didn't get a chance to watch the games. Like I say, dog, I worked. I was asleep. I was watching the Hawks and Sixers game, and it was going like I planned it to go if Doc Rivers thought with his head instead of his ass. So, you know, it went how it was supposed to go. He played Melton and them more, but I'll talk about that later. I'll probably do a StreamYard. It's gonna be real late. Everybody probably gonna be asleep. I'm probably gonna do it around in the morning-ish, because I got to catch up on all the games. Like, I didn't get to watch yesterday. Suns demolished the Nuggets, and all you people kept telling me, man, Joker, I told y'all, Jamal Murray is going to be needed for this series, because if Jamal Murray was playing, he could match what the Suns are doing. And then tonight we got the Clippers versus the Jazz. We're gonna see how much Tyronn Lue screws it up. But now, I wanted to talk about something. This would have been a great trilogy. This would have been probably one of the best trilogies, like, blacks have like been the head actors of, co-star and star of the movie. This would have been great if not for this one movie. Bad Boys, the trilogy, the first one was classic. Martin Lawrence exhibited a detective who had a wife at home who was cussing him out because he never was always home. He always working. You know how women are. They think because you working all the time that you probably cheating or you doing something. It's like, no, I'm working. I'm trying to pay these damn bills because your ass ain't going to pay these bills. You just going to walk around the house looking good with your fat ass. Shit. I never understood that women get mad at you for working it. But anyway, I'm sidetracking. Mike Lowry was the bachelor, the gigolo, the guy who always gets the women. He had a fine little black chick who was an escort. Skinny little thing. Had a big ass forehead, but she was fine. And basically had to ask her for a favor, and she was like, I will call you, because she wanted to get, the Lowry treatment. So basically, these bad guys and everything, we all know the story. If you haven't seen Bad Boys, the first one, I don't know what to tell you. The thing that made Bad Boys great was the heart and the newness to it. Like, we've never seen two black cops who basically were hip. Like, they were like hip-hop type. They were hip-hop. Like, they fit our guy. Like, they fit us. They were cops, but they didn't act like cops. Like, they, you know what I'm saying? They were very flashy, Martin was with the jokes, but he wasn't over the top with the jokes. He would come with the jokes like when he was saying something, when he was being serious. This was Martin before they start making a buffoon of his character, doing this Danny Glover Lethal Weapon type angle. Which ruined it. Because when Bad Boy 2 came out, Bad Boys 2, it was comedic. The Chief, he was, who could forget the Chief? Joe P. I can't say his whole last name, but what he did was bring life to the whole movie. Like, he was the guy. To me, he reminded me of the Beverly Hills Cop, the Black Chief, who always was cussing Eddie Murphy out because he know how Eddie Murphy is. He know he be on that bullshit. Just like he know that they on that bullshit. Then Mike turned into John Wayne. His character went over the top, just shooting people, going crazy. And that's where it lost me. Part 2, Martin Lawrence seemed like he didn't know what was going on. Like, he just seemed dumb and out of touch and stuff. And it was like, I didn't like how they made his character. They made his character a goofball. When in the first one, his character was smart, intelligent, was able to put A, B, C, D together without Mike Lowry. And this is where it went bad. Then at the end, they ended the movie. Then they extended the movie for no good goddamn reason with Gabrielle Union. Like, I don't even understand why she was in it. It was like, why did you put this broad in it? Like, she's not of any importance. We didn't get any story on this broad. This broad here just came out of nowhere. Like, I'm here. It's like, you here, like, for what? You not doing nothing. Basically, another interest of Mike. Martin Lawrence was too nice. I would have put a bullet in Mike. Wouldn't have killed him. Would have shot him in the leg and told him, don't ever mess with my sister again. And I would tell her ass, I'm gonna whoop your ass later. Like, straight up. You know damn well you are not supposed to be dating my friend. And to me, that part was stupid. It was dumb to me. And she just had no importance to me. I would have let her be where she was at. I would not have brought her in. I would have kept it focused on them. Why would you bring her in it? Then all of a sudden she's running a drug shipment and everything. And it's like, a drug shipment? Like, come on, dog. Like, let's stop it. Now, the bad guy, he was funny. The Spanish dude, the Cuban dude, he was funny. I liked him. He was a good bad guy. I liked the Russian dude, too. I thought they underutilized the Russian. And then the thing was like, you're just going to chop his homeboy up? And was like, well, this is your wife, this is your kid. See, that's why I said in that type of business, it's like, dude, you're Russian. You mean to tell me they could get to your wife and your son that fast? They could get to them like that? And you got scared like that? Man, stop it. Man, stop it. I'd have been like, you're going to have to show me. Because I'm not giving you shit. And if he showed me, I'd be like, well, you still ain't getting shit. Because now you done put yourself in deeper shit by touching my son and my woman. And that's the facts. You, nigga, you a boss. Yeah, you love your family, but dude, in this line of work, you can't have no heart. And that's why I didn't like it. I'm like, dude, why the hell you got heart? Nigga, you having a heart, man? Come on. What your boy said in that one movie, it's like a pimp with a 401k plan. Come on, man. You can't have no goddamn heart. You can't have no heart. At all. You know, and that's the thing. You don't have no type of heart at all, and you deserve to get killed like you did. You just was a waste. And to me, all of a sudden, this guy talking about gangbanger homies. Gangbanger homies. Like, you couldn't come up with better dialogue than that? That was low-key racist. So every black person is a gangbanging homie. Okay. That's why I didn't like that film. That turned me off, you know what I'm saying, because of that. To me, you couldn't have a better dialogue than having it with any racial in it. And then you have Martin Lawrence being over the top with his comedy. He took some X pills. You know, it was funny, but it was like, dude, like, come on. Do y'all want to make this a comedy, or are you trying to make this a serious film? And that's where they fucked up at. And that's why the trilogy was dead after that. Then you had Bad Boys 3, which to me, it was better than part 2, but it was just missing something. And then all these years, Mike got a son. Martin Lawrence basically has become full-blown Danny Glover in Lethal Weapon. Mike, you're right. If I put my glasses on, I can see better. Making him the dumbass nigga. And Mike the shoot 'em all, the basically the superstar. You know, he don't need no co-star. What a joke. That shit was a joke, dog. I told you, that shit was a joke. That shit was a joke. Then you could tell it was his son early because they looked in each other's eyes. They had the same eyes. And I was like, oh God, I know where this is going. It was so obvious. And it was garbage. Now at the end, the boy killed his mother to protect his father. And that's what happened. A boy, if he finds out that that's his dad, he found out that was his dad, he always knew. That's why he couldn't kill him. He could have killed Mike Lowry a long time ago. He couldn't kill him. Because a son has that love for his father. Regardless if the father was ruthless, bad, a rolling stone, or a great dad, a son has heart for his father. It's hereditary. And mama was skipping out, doing a lot of hoish activities with hoe tendencies. You feel me? But yeah. That's the thing I don't get. To me, this could have been a classic, but they tore it down. What they should have done in part 2 was let Martin be the lead like he was in the first one. He was the lead guy. He was the main. He was the smarts and brains of the operation. They should have kept that dynamic. Then when part 3 came, I would have had him retire and out of the mix, and I would have let, Mike go on his own doing what he do, and I would have had it where he had another partner, and his partner got killed off in something, and then Martin came to help him. But Martin wouldn't be acting like the dumbass buffoon he was. If I was directing these movies, man, I would have, first of all, I'd have been like, look, Michael Bay, I know you produced and got money into this, but look, stop with all these goddamn meaningless explosions. You got explosions happening everywhere that don't even make sense. You got a guy doing a damn cartwheel in the air over here when the explosion supposed to be over here. He just so happens to get caught in it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. That's why I don't like Michael Bay. Michael Bay to me is a terrible director. Terrible. He always blowing shit up. The dude must be a pyromaniac or something. Always like to light shit up. Now, let's talk about this bitch ass nigga. Let's talk about this bitch ass nigga, Scottie STFU. Scottie, if it wasn't for Michael Jordan, you would not have been on the Dream Team. Do you understand this? If it wasn't for Michael Jordan, you wouldn't have been voted on those defensive teams. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan, you were finna be traded. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan, you would not have 6 goddamn rings. Do you want to know your problem, Scottie? Your problem is the same as Paul George. Y'all have no nuts. Look at it with your wife. Your wife's screwing everybody, rappers and you know these guys. Future, then Malik Beasley was tapping it. Everybody was tapping it. Hell, Bronny James was trying to tap it. But it probably was LeBron trying to do it, but he just said his son did it, so he wouldn't get caught. So stop it. You're upset because everybody knows who you are. Dude, you said on The Last Dance, if you had to do it over again, you would have did it again. That just ethered you right there. In the words of Ticket, damn it, Ticket. I'm sorry, man. I know you don't pay attention to my little ass videos, but my bad. I got the word from Nas because I grew up listening to Nas all the time. Nas is one of my favorite artists. He's my second favorite artist of all time. So, my bad. But you got put on ice, dude. When you said that when you quit on the team, you did all of that, you admitted that you would have done it again. Now all of a sudden you mad at Mike because of the documentary. Dude, take your bitch ass on somewhere. What you need to do is divorce your wife. If you ain't done that already, what you need to do is have her change her name. Because she making you look bad. Not only that, dude, why you ain't go check on Christian Laettner? Huh? He took all your money. Why you ain't go get that back? Because you know why Christian Laettner know just like everybody else know. You a bitch. Michael Jordan used to tell everybody that. You his bitch. Michael Jordan does nothing but give you praise. All the time. All the time. You remember when you said Michael was probably the greatest scorer, but when it's all said and done, LeBron could be the best player. You know why you did that. You know why you did that. You did that because Mike wasn't talking to you. Mike always gave you respect. And I don't like that scumbag, but he always gave you respect. He always gave you a shout out. He got you on the top 50 players list, which was the dumbest shit I've ever seen. How the hell you got in over Rodman or Bob McAdoo or Dominique Wilkins. Dominique Wilkins was shitting on you in the 80s and shitting on you in the 90s. Come on, man. Scottie Pippen is nothing more than a little bitch. That's it. He's a little bitch. All right? That's what he is. A bitch. That's what he is. You forgot you cost them the game against the Pistons? Y'all could have beat the Pistons earlier. But you got a migraine. They knew to attack you because they knew you was soft. And then against the Knicks, the X-Man and Anthony Mason was punking your ass. Charles Oakley always used to punk your ass. Charles Oakley would call you a little bitch. You have always been jealous of Michael Jordan. Now, Michael's jealous of you because you're more endowed than him in the bedroom. Your man 3 inches from the floor. His man don't compare to yours. For whatever reason, he's intimidated because of that. I don't know why. Michael, that's just Michael, competitive. Now, you've always been mad because you felt like Jordan couldn't have done it without us. You're right. Jordan could not win any of those 6 championships without you guys. But let me tell you this, Scotty. The first 3 championships, y'all had Ho Grant, right? Ho Grant played a big part in a lot of y'all winning. You, him, and Mike together as a whole won those games. Ho Grant was getting the rebounds, he was making the passes to guys, and he was shooting the ball. He could hit the mid-range. The second three-peat, Rodman could hit those shots whenever he needed to. And then he could get the rebounds. He was getting damn near 20-some rebounds a game. It was amazing. I was like, this guy's the best player I've ever seen. I was like, as a kid, this is the greatest player I've ever seen. Everybody was dick riding Jordan. I'm like, man, this guy is for real. Without him, Jordan not winning. Because Jordan used to brick a lot. Since y'all want to talk about co-brick, nigga, Michael used to brick. Later in his career, Michael was bricking like heavy. Because he was taking more shots. Then he would deviate. Then he would give the ball up more because you had Kukoc, you had Kerr, you had guys who could hit those shots. But Pippen, dog, you've always been jealous because of the attention, not the person, but you're jealous because you're not getting the same love that Mike get. And rightfully so. Michael Jordan is the Bulls. It's Michael Jordan. Nobody came to see you and Kukoc. Nobody came to see y'all. For what? Nigga, that's like going to see Gladys Knights and you like, man, I'm finna go see the Pips. Man, somebody in the crowd would slap your ass so hard like, bitch, get out of here. Ain't nobody want to see the damn Pips. Man, we want to see motherfucking we want to see get something backed up right. We want to see Gladys. And that's who Mike was. Now, oh man. Now, I got time. Now, you have to understand that the Bulls were Michael's team. When Michael left, you had 2 shots to show that you were the better player, and you flamed out in both of them. The first year, you had a good season because B.J. Armstrong played out of his mind, and Ho Grant was carrying y'all some nights, and then Kukoc would come off the bench and just win the games. So y'all were fine. All you had to do was play your position and lead. Your ass didn't lead at all, cuz what you did was you were coming up short in the Knicks game. That game y'all got screwed in. Dude, in the second half, it's a tape, it's a breakdown of it. Excuse me, on YouTube. I gotta find it and put it in my description box. The tape shows that you were choking in the second half. And I watched that game as a kid, and I remember, I'm like, yeah, Pippen was struggling at, because that's why everyone laughed when I say it. I don't remember Pippen really doing anything, because you didn't. I mean, you did good that year, but to me, the guy who was the guy was Horace Grant. Horace Grant was the guy getting the rebounds, getting the assists, doing the dirty work, getting everybody involved in the offense. Nigga, you wasn't doing nothing. You was crying like a little bitch. You were. You were crying. Now, I understand that you want to feel like you were more valuable. You were valuable. Like, I tell Pippen was very intricate for his role because of his ability to guard the smaller guards. His length gave them problems, and he could handle the ball, and he could pass the ball from the blocks or at the top of the key. That was very intricate, and he could hit the mid-range. He had a post game, and he could dunk on you. So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So, like I said, I'm out. To me, I talked about earlier the Bad Boy trilogy with Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. It could have been one of the best trilogies ever, but it turned out to be a dud because of direction to me and some of the characters. And I just talked about Scottie Simpin. I am going to watch yesterday's game when I get off. This is my last day on working. And I'll be off for the weekend. It's my weekend. And I'll basically replay the games. I'm going to watch the Hawks game in Philly. From what I was watching, Doc was actually coaching and rotating right. With his dumb ass, you know, he from the Ty Lue school. He'd be, Doc, we got to change the lineup. Hey, change, hey. Get out there, Ben. Do not pass, do not shoot. Just pass it to Embiid. We're good. You know, that's what he does. So, let me know in the comment section, man, what you feel about my bad boy analogy. And tell me what you think about Scottie Simpin. Do you think Scottie Simpin is the sole reason Michael won? He wasn't. But as a team, Mike needed them just like they needed Mike. And what they would do is they would carry Mike early on in the games, and then Mike would just close late. It's the same thing Kobe was doing for the Lakers later in his career. But nobody sees that. Everybody just sees it as Kobe was choking. But if people go back and watch that Dallas Mavericks game where they got blown out, everybody want to bring that up to compare to LeBron's flame out, wasn't the same. LeBron had a better team, and his team put him in better positions. He couldn't close the deal. That's the point I'm making as a superstar. It's not about you doing everything. It's about your team and allowing your team to do everything. Then that's when you close at the end. That's what make you legendary. And Scottie, you weren't that guy. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you like what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome. the number 2, and then HDII TV. Thank you for listening, and we're out. Deezy!